Hi everyone, my name is Ruby. I am a queer K-pop fan, so I'm super excited to react to the one and only TAEMIN today. I have reacted to his stuff before on my channel. Super excited for this album. It's called Never Gonna Dance Again, Act 1, the third album, honey. He has released a bunch of music videos that are accompanying the album. So what I figured I would do is I'm gonna be reacting to the whole album, and whatever songs have music videos, I'm just gonna react to the music video instead of just listening to the audio. So I hope that sounds good to y'all. If it does, I would appreciate if you clicked on that like button. Enjoy the show. If you want to see the full uncut version of this, it's gonna be on Patreon because copyright things, you know, I have to avoid that. I want to keep my channel alive. So, and it also supports the channel. So yeah, check that out. Everything is gonna be in the description. Without further ado, I know y'all don't like long intros. Let's just get into it. So the first track is called Criminal, and yes, there is a music video. So guess what? We're gonna react to that right now, honeys. I am sure TAEMIN is gonna serve us with all the looks, with all the iconicness that he usually brings to the table. Criminal. Ooh. Oh god. Maybe he is a criminal for slaying all of us. Maybe so. Bitch. The fishnets with, oh. Ooh. Yes. Oh, I like this. Ooh, the eye patch is really giving me anime fantasy up in here, and I'm here for it. I hope he didn't actually need an eye patch for whatever reason. Ooh, okay, that's hot. Oh, I love this. Girl, I am speechless. I am fucking shook. The music works, his delivery works, the looks. Oh. Whoa. That statue of it all. TAEMIN, holy shit. He just gets it, you know what I mean? He's just the ultimate performer. And he delivers his vocals so well. And his vibe suits him so well. Oh, I'm gonna have this on my Spotify on repeat, girls. Oh god, ew, that plastic over his face was giving me like claustrophobia. He really has no right to do this. Nah. Yeah, that's very catchy. My god. Destroy me more, he said. I'm sorry. Don't mind if I do. I'm sorry, TAEMIN. Holy shit. The variety on the scenes, the artistry. The artistry of it all, honeys. I mean, what a start to the album. Literally, like, smacking us in the head with his foot, girl. Holy damn, Mr. TAEMIN, come on, who gave you the right? Who gave you the right to do so? Track number 2 on this album is Black Rose featuring Kid Millie. I hope I pronounced that right. I am so sorry. I'm terrible at names. But track number 2, let's get into it. The album is already off to a great start, so let's see what else Mr. TAEMIN has in store for us. Okay, this is definitely a little ooky spooky. Huh. The trap instrumental of it all. This is not something I would associate with TAEMIN. Very interesting. It suits him here really well because the song really does have a lot of like dark elements to it. The harmonies add to the eeriness of it all. There's like a music box-esque thing in the background too. Yes. Come on, high notes. Ooh. Na, 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 na. Ooh, that's such a like spooky. Ooh. His voice is so satisfying to listen to. He just has that je ne sais quoi about him. It does fit with the vibe of Criminal for sure, right? It's a darker side of TAEMIN, a more haunting side. Ooh. Oh, that was an interesting melody progression. Ooh. Ooh. And there's that music box thing in the background too. Yes! High notes come through, ad-libs. Go off, girl. Yes! That... I can't do it as well as he does, obviously. There's always like little harmonies in the background too. Black Rose. Wow, Mr. TAEMIN, come on. Come on with that, Black Rose. Ooh, I like that one. The trap nature of it all wasn't really something that I would associate with TAEMIN. But I'm really digging it. I'm really digging it. I feel like it felt cohesive with what Criminal brought to the table. It kind of felt like a continuation. It's like, you know, it's almost like someone going down this like dark path and someone just like, it's like anger. It's like, it's like the shadows taking over, if you will. I'm not looking at the lyrics, so I can't really tell you the meaning of the song, but that's the vibe that I got through listening to it. Even the way his vocal in the chorus was so like at the top of his register. Like he didn't go to a head voice like he did with a lot of it. Like he used his chest voice, and it kind of sounds like you're like on the borderline to yelling. You know what I mean? Like when he was going like na 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 na, you could hear his voice like that growl into it. Like the delivery of it all was so good. And then he would use the head voice for the more haunting parts. For the more eerie melodies and for the harmonies. He's a performer through and through. I know sometimes people like to talk shit about his vocals, but his vocal delivery, he knows what he does with his voice. He knows exactly what to do with it, and he delivers every single time. So that's that on that. Track number 3, Strangers. Let's go. I'm hyped for this. All right, we're slowing it down. We're stripping it back a little bit. There's footsteps in the background. I kind of love that. The footsteps serving as like a beat. We're picking it up a little bit. That was delicious. Oh, the trap influences again. Okay. Earworm. Strangers with memories. Oh. Is this the aftermath of a relationship? We pretend not to know each other, but we do have memories together. This one definitely has more like emotion into it. Feels like a story is being told. Ugh. Ugh. Really satisfying. The chorus is a little out of left field to me, but it works. I'm here for this one. Ooh, this is different. Yeah, it's adding on to the previous choruses. If this is really about a relationship, which I'm very curious actually into looking that up, it's a really interesting approach to that, isn't it? Because obviously this is a first reaction. I'm not looking at lyrics. I literally just have my Spotify and my YouTube open for the reactions for the music videos and for the music itself. But it definitely, from the vibe it got, it was like a sour ending to a relationship. It was giving me, from the words that I caught, some of the English parts, it was like, strangers, you forgot me. We're strangers because you forgot me, perhaps, because it's a situation where a relationship may have ended and maybe one of the people in the relationship moved on and the other maybe didn't, or maybe if both people moved on, it's like you're like strangers, even though you have a past, you have a history. But I feel like at some point after the end of a relationship, you end up becoming strangers almost. It's like you don't really know what the other person is doing, what the other person is feeling. You don't know anything about their life, like you only know the things that were there in your relationship, but after that it's completely new stuff. It's like everyone moved on and did their own thing. So very interesting take on that. Very different and interesting take on that. Strangers with memories. That's what I'm gonna say every time I unfollow someone. We're strangers with memories. Alrighty, track number 4 is called Waiting For. What are you waiting for, Mr. TAEMIN? Oh, the way that sound just kind of fell off. Strings. Oh, oh, come on, tango influence. Ooh. Ooh, I love that it keeps going in the background. Again, trap influences again. Ooh, I love a distorted voice moment. Yes. I really like this one. I hope he performs this at some point. I love the tango influences. Ooh, that run. He's snapping, girls. The way it drops into the chorus definitely makes it not be out of left field. It's so well crafted. It's very easy to get into his songs. They're very earwormy. Come on, bridge, let's go. Ooh, that was really satisfying. Ooh, did y'all hear that in the background? He's snapping with the ad-libs this album. He's always been an amazing vocalist though, but... Waiting for baby. Ooh, that was really high. Waiting for. I love a distorted voice moment. Na 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 na. Nice. Oh, that was so juicy. I like that one. I always like when a song has like an unexpected influence on it. You know what I mean? For some of these, the unexpectedness was the trap influences in the chorus or even throughout the song. With this one, it was actually the opposite. It was actually like the song started with the tango influence and then the trap influences or the trap instrumentalization was kind of the thing that brought us back into familiar territory, which is really interesting. Like through the first couple songs, the trap influences were kind of like, ooh, okay, this is interesting how he's fitting that in here. But now by track 4, we're kind of used to that. So the tango influences were the things that threw us for a loop a little bit. And then he brought us into a familiar place with like, oh, don't worry, we still have a little bit of the trap influences. We have the distorted voices. Very, very good one. I really like this one. I like when artists take unexpected materials, you know, because music is almost like, you know, a garment. You have like different textures, you know, you give it different colors, different textures, different lengths, and this one was really good for that one. I have no idea what the song was about because I don't have the lyrics up. Maybe for my next album reaction I'll have the lyrics up so that I can have a better clue of what's going on. But I am very here for this one. So far, 4 out of 4. The album all filled with bangers. This one, next track is a song that I'm very familiar with. It's Famous. It's the Korean version of that. He originally released Famous as a Japanese single. That music video is so good, by the way. The song is so good as well. And yeah, let's listen to the Korean version. I really like this bass dance gig. It's really weird listening to a different language version of a song you already got used to in another language, but I always like listening to the small differences in the vocal delivery, or yeah, Famous, so famous. I like when he does like the whispers and the ASMR-ness of it all. He really knows how to get intimate with that microphone. It feels like he's like whispering in your ear. Famous is such a good one. I'm glad there's a Korean version now, because some people don't listen to the Japanese singles. They're missing out. His falsetto is so gorgeous. He is so gorgeous in general, but his voice definitely matches his appearance, doesn't it? Structurally, there's not anything that different about it, to be honest. Oh, I think he changed it up with the harmonies a little bit. Famous, famous, so famous, famous. I love this one. I love Famous. And the thing he does when he performs it, like, he shakes. I could never. I don't know. I looked so ugly doing that, probably. Don't look at me. Look at him instead. Don't look at me. But yeah, nothing really to add here. Famous is a good old track already from his repertoire. Yeah, not just a Korean version of a already amazing song. He changed up a couple harmonies, or unless I'm misremembering it, that's the only thing I kind of saw a little bit of a difference in. Regardless, the song, the vocal delivery was on point. He had the whispers, he had the high notes, he had the swagger. Do people even use that word anymore? But he had that. Track number 6 is Clockwork. Ooh. Okay, we're slowing down a little bit. We've earned this, okay? We've earned a slow down moment. There's a little bit of that, like an electronical sound. Yes. Ooh, that was so beautiful. That was so good. He conveys his emotions really well through his voice. Ooh, the clockwork sounds in the background. So pretty. I love his falsetto. Come on, TAEMIN. I really love the usage of the clockwork in the background, working as beat, almost like a metronome. Very breathy, very intimate. Ooh, there's a little bit of like a bass coming in. They're adding more and more as the song goes. Yes. Now he's going more for the beltiness of it all. You have to change it up in the second chorus. Well, I don't have to, but it's nice when you do. Ooh. Boom, boom, boom. Hold it, yes. The little details in the background. Ooh. They're building, they're building. Whoa, whoa. That was good. And now we're back to a more intimate delivery again with the vocal. Oh, that was so beautiful. I can definitely see this being a point in a live show whenever those are a thing again. When it's a moment where you just see all the phone lights, or obviously the light sticks, and it's just that beautiful moment where it's just him in a mic stand singing his heart out. And I could even, like, as I was listening to it, I could kind of picture just him in the studio. The lights are dim and he's just like this close to the microphone, and he's just like pouring his heart out. And like I was saying earlier, people sometimes give him shit for his vocals for some reason. I don't know, they probably need to get their ears checked. He hones in on delivery. And when you're a singer, you don't have to have the biggest range in the world. You don't have to be able to hit every single note ever created. And I'm not saying that he can't do it. What I'm saying is his delivery is his strong suit. The way he uses his chest voice to evoke more emotion, when he uses his falsetto to bring more lightness into it, when he brings more airiness into his delivery to give that sense of vulnerability, to give that sense of closeness. I definitely felt that a lot with this one. I really felt it could have easily been a moment where, you know, he's just like this close to the microphone and he's just like pouring his heart out. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to listen to. And you don't even have to understand the lyrics to understand that this is an intimate song. This is a song where it's emotional centric, you know? Like, even with the musicality of it, you couldn't really hear a lot of like shenanigans going on, for the lack of a better word. Like, his emotions and his vocal delivery were at the forefront. There were little details in the background that are always appreciated, and there's always things here and there, like the music, the song structure, very beautiful, changing it up a little bit every time there's a chorus, changing it up for the bridge, when there's the climax at the end, having the climax being properly, you know, showcased through bass, through percussion, through him like ad-libbing, and through him belting, and through him expressing himself. This is a really beautiful highlight from the album, in my opinion. I can see this as a moment where everyone cries at the concert. Everyone has a really good time. It's that part of the show where, you know, it's more, you know, focused. It's more intimate, I guess, if that makes sense. Really beautiful. Speaking of intimacy, this next song is called Just Me and You. Off of the title, I could be completely wrong, but it sounds like it could be a song that's like very intimate vibes. It could be intimate in different ways. So let's just get into it. I'm actually curious to see if we're gonna keep this more subdued mood and this more emotional mood, or if we're gonna change up gears again. Let's see, or let's listen. Oh, that's an interesting. Are those vocals in the background? Like, very interesting. The trap influences are back. It seems like it's a mid-tempo transition before we move on to other. Ooh, that was a juicy vocal moment before we got into the chorus. Okay, this definitely feels like it's a love story. It's still a story of intimacy, but it's more picking it up, right? It's more, there's more of a percussion, there's more of a life to it, but I really am enjoying this one. The vocal moments that transition between song sections are really beautiful. That whoa. There's really not much I can add to this one. Like, the song's saying it all, really. Very beautiful vocals, very beautiful melody and production. Ooh. Is that vocal? Oh, this is really interesting sound. I can't really tell if it's synth or if it's like if they used vocals and they. That was very interesting. That was very interesting. Also gave me 80s vibes with that. That transition into the chorus is really good. The way the vocals match with that, the instruments kind of like picking the energy up to take it to a different step for the chorus. His songs are very easy to get into your head. The melodies are very, they are captivating. That was nice. I loved, I don't know if y'all could hear, but in the beginning at the end, there was a little like, kind of like a recorder sound. Like when you, this is for the older people watching, people in their 20s and up, like those Walkmans, like they had like either with a cassette tape or either with a CD, and you had to like press the button, and it was like a very like loud click. There was kind of that at the beginning and the end of the song, so it definitely gave me just a slight hint of retro vibes, especially with like certain parts. That part I couldn't tell if it was a synth or if it was a vocal that was processed to sound like no at some point, and it was very much giving me a little bit of like a retro vibe. Yeah, there isn't really much to say about this song in my opinion. Like, it's a beautiful song. I assume there's 2 more songs left. I assume it's a transitional track into potentially picking things back up into a more upbeat song. I could be wrong, but it definitely seems more of a transitional song because Clockwork was such a like powerful and more of an emotional moment. This one didn't seem as powerful. It felt like, you know, a pleasant mid-tempo that you enjoy in the album, but it's not necessarily going to be the standout from the album. Not in a bad way. It's just that not every song is a standout. All of them are good, but not all of them are necessarily songs that you're gonna remember. Maybe not on the first listen at least, if that makes sense. But the next song is called Nemo. Who knows how to pronounce that? Send help. But that's the next track. My assumption is that we're going to pick things back up a little bit. But why guess when you can just listen to it, right? Let's go. Track 8. Nemo. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is more of a chill mid-tempo. I'm liking this, though. The water drop sound. This is definitely more groovy. This is giving me like 90s R&B. I don't know what he's singing about, but it's giving me like sexy times music, isn't it? Watch the song be about like something very emotional and serious, and I'm like, the nice harmonies in the background, groovy vibes. I feel like you put this song on like after having dinner, and it's just like a groovy, sensual, vibey situation. I'm here for it. Kind of jazzy a little bit, but it's mainly R&B for sure. I like this. This suits him really well. I could even see him doing a very nice dance to this on stage. That was really nice. The harmonies are really, really beautiful in this one. The vocal arrangement of it all. 10 out of 10. Ooh. That run was gorgeous. Are we gonna change keys? That was very close to a key change. That would have been really nice if they actually went all the way there. They took you all the way there just to say, just kidding. Oh, okay, that is such a nice song, I will say. It's not necessarily picking it up from like, oh yeah, let's go from mid-tempo to high tempo. Not necessarily. But it is picking it up a little bit energetically. There's a little bit more life to it. Not that the others didn't have more life to it, but you know, the others were supposed to be more subdued, more focused, more emotional. We're slowly transitioning into a little bit more energy, a little bit more oomph. This one, listen, I could be completely wrong. The song may not be sexual or sensual in any way, but it was definitely giving me like after dinner, dim the lights, put on this song. It was like a tinge of jazzy, but mostly a smooth and sensual R&B tune. Suited his voice beautifully. Harmonies and melodies in the background were definitely very early 2000s, late 90s R&B. I'm definitely here for it, for sure. He definitely has the chops to do so. He had a beautiful run at some point. That I can't even begin to attempt. Very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful, for sure. TAEMIN always serving. Who's surprised? I'm not. Last but not least, he has a song called Two Kids, which was actually the first music video he released from this album era. So I'm going to be reacting to that. Is he laying down on the floor? What are you doing? Let's find out what he's doing. What are you up to, TAEMIN? What's going on, friend? Why are you laying in the middle of the street? Oh no, he's all bruised up. Oh no, TAEMIN, what happened, friend? Ooh, that was very... Na, 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 na. That was giving me torn. Na, 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 I'm torn. Na, 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 na. I feel the verses of that one. Na 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 na. Sorry, that was giving me like again, as a continuation. It's definitely giving me a little bit of 2000s throwback. I like when he does R&B-esque music too. Ooh, young and dumb. Ooh, I think I've heard this song. Actually, I think I listened to the song. I didn't watch the video, but I think I've heard the song. I love an outdoors moment. Where is he? I see a flag in the background. Is that Italy? I can't really tell. TAEMIN, the floor is wet. Get your ass up from there. Aww. Remembering the good old times. Well, it doesn't seem like the times were that good, but you know, clumsy hearts. I like that. I like the way that was put. The regrets of a past relationship. Oh, the dancing adds to it so much. Oh, social distancing, please. Hello. Oh, I kiss every memory one by one. Oh, that took a turn. We're all flying, girls. I wonder if this is choreographed or if it's just going off. Well, damn. Well, damn, TAEMIN, come on. That definitely felt like almost like a sequel to Strangers. That idea of like a past relationship that didn't work out, and a past relationship that they were, like he was saying, they were just two kids, you know? They were young. They did not make the best decisions. Which valid. Aren't we all guilty of not making our best decisions? You know, listen, time is meant for us to grow from, and for us to learn, and for us to evolve as people. So yeah, but no, that was beautiful. The dancing was beautiful. Very interpretive dancing vibes. The song was definitely giving me a continuation of the R&B vibes that I was getting. Definitely an R&B, but more, you know, more BPM to it. There was more danceable, this one. Very nice, very nice. Never Gonna Dance Again, Act 1. Very nice. I am expecting Act 2. In Act 3, maybe even, who knows? But this title of this album is definitely hinting at more albums coming soon, which I'm always here for. I'm always down for some TAEMIN music in my life. Um, my favorites, if I were to get into favorites, I think Criminal just made a huge impact. That was so good. Waiting for was a good one for me as well. The tango influences, I think that's Waiting For. That was a highlight for me because I always like an unexpected influence in a song. So for sure, I love all the album. I added every single song to my Spotify, so I definitely like every single track. But those two were my faves. I think if I were to choose, Famous is a bop. Not new, but it's a bop. It's a different version. Um, but no, I'm into it. I'm into it. Definitely recommend. Stan TAEMIN. I love TAEMIN. I've reacted to him before. I got into him because I reacted to him on the channel. Actually, I reacted to Move. That was how I got into TAEMIN. So I've been a fan ever since. So y'all have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. Stay beautiful. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel. I also have a Twitch channel if you are into video games. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.